For 30 years, we have been lighting up the night. We are Baja Designs, the scientists of lighting.
Stacy Clark here, owner and general manager of Unlimited RV. As racers, we know how important time is. Not bad, kid. 5 seconds faster. As racers, we know how important reliability is. At Unlimited RV, we have lifetime warranty, so you know we've got you covered. At Unlimited RV, we offer nationwide free shipping, so you don't have to waste your time getting into the RV or motorhome for your next big adventure.
Rev up your savings at 4 Wheel Parts during our endless summer sales event. We've got month-long deals happening now. Get the perfect combo and save $100 when you bundle tires and wheels. Upgrade your ride to the next level and save $250 when you bundle wheels, tires, and suspension. Save up to $700 on Morimoto when you purchase with their trade-in program. Don't miss these limited time offers. Visit 4 Wheel Parts and gear up for your next adventure.
Your locally owned Bill Alexander Ford has the vehicles you want. F-Series, Bronco, Expedition, Edge, Explorer, Escape, and Ranger. And try our mobile service for light maintenance. We will come to you. For a difference you can count on, visit us in person or go to BillAlexanderFord.com.
Sure, everything's made of something. But time and sweat is what puts it together. And it's that relentless application of effort against the clock that created everything around us. The BF Goodrich HD Terrain Tire is engineered to tackle the extreme situations heavy-duty trucks are met with head-on. Because downtime can't exist when there's a job to do. Time isn't something to marvel at. It's something to be seized. It's a tool we put firmly in your hands. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
Go further. Explore the trails less traveled. And reach your destination quicker with King's new Toyota Sequoia 2.5 OEM Performance Series kit. These 100% bolt-on kits feature front ride height adjustment, superior ride quality, and external finned reservoirs with optional wide-range compression adjusters to further refine your ride quality. See why we're the choice of experienced overlanders and order your Sequoia kit today.
It's pretty simple. You want to win races, put KMC's on your truck.
3, 2, 1, yeah! Here we go, the first 2 cars heading on the line right now. Now we have a barber coming to the finish line.
All right, guys, we are back. We are back once again. It is 6 o'clock. We're here for your next KMC Wheels Fishgistics update of the Casey Folks Vegas to Reno race 2023 edition. We don't have a finisher yet, but we have some a few trucks getting close. We had Ryan Arciero, who is leading right now. We got the 24 second. We had the 41 who was leading, Justin Lofton, all day leading pretty much, going back and forth. He would be leading, or Ryan Arciero would be leading, or he'd be leading. They were swapping back and forth. And then he, at right about mile 450 or so, he broke a belt. They broke a belt on the truck. They got it changed. Mike Kim got it changed. They went only a couple miles, and then it sounds like they broke another one. So they did just get it going again. We'll show you guys where we're talking about. Okay, so right here you can see the 41 is going again. They just got moving again. So they were down twice. We know the first one was a broken belt. We think the second one was also, but they are going again now. This is where the course got rerouted. So when you see the trucks taking a weird path through here, this is where that mud section was earlier today, and they were rerouting everybody through here. So don't worry that they're all off course right here. That is that's what's going on there. So then the 127 also had some issues earlier a little bit. It looked like just a couple things. They were stopped before the pit, and then they were stopped in a pit for a little bit. But they've had a pretty good run all day. They're just going to come up a little bit short, it looks like, of the win. Depending on what happens in the last little bit here, anything can still happen. But up front, like we were just talking about, is Ryan Arciero. So he is leading. He is at mile 491. You only got to go to about 5:15 or so. 5:20, 5:21 or so. So really only about 30 miles to go. But this last section right here is treacherous. Anything can happen, like I've been saying all day in this section. So the race is not over until it's over. So we will see what happens here. The 24 is Pat Dean driving Adam Householder's truck right now. They're going to have to finish within 2 minutes of the 32 in order to get the win. So this is going to be interesting, and we'll see what happens here. So let's see, what are you guys saying here? Let's see, I'm trying to check your things out. Yeah, Lofton's moving again. Lofton got moving. Yep. So good battle between the two Herbst trucks right here. These trucks are exactly the same, pretty much. They are both Herbst Smith chassis. They both have the Gibbs engines in them, and yeah, it's going to come down to seconds. Like I said, the 24 has to be within 2 minutes of the 32 at the finish in order to get the win. So anything can happen here. The 41 has to be within 4 minutes. Obviously, they're too far back. They're not going to be within 4 minutes unless both of these trucks have an issue. The 41 is out. The 12 has to be within, 6 minutes of the lead. So the 12 would have to be within 6 minutes. They're obviously not. They're over 15 miles behind right now. So that's not going to be within 6 minutes. So right now it's going to be the 32 or the 24. You guys can take your guess as to who is going to win if they both don't have any issues to the finish. So that's what's going on there. How many minutes back did the 127 start to the 32? They started pretty far back. Let's see. There was 16 cars. So they were 15 cars back at 2 minutes. That would be half an hour, right? 15 times 2 is 30. So the 127 would have to be within half an hour of the 32. It is, let's see, they're 35 miles behind right now. This section is not going to be a 60-mile-an-hour section average. So the 127 is not going to get the win unless they have some issues here. They definitely could get a third place. They could definitely beat the 12 and the 41. They're probably in third place right now, actually. So the 127 is most likely your third place. Let's go look at where they are on here. Our last update, let's see, where did we get a split time for them last at? So at 4:50, you can see we had Justin Lofton was in first here. Ryan Arciero was in second by 6. We know this has changed because Justin Lofton stopped. So the Adam Householder, look at this, was 38 seconds behind at mile 450. So really, really close, and that's on corrected time. And then you can see that they were almost 10 minutes behind the 127 at 450. They have not made up any time since 450, so they're going to be at least 10 minutes behind on corrected time because those other two guys in front of them have not done anything from 450 till now. So that's going to be the same. So going back to look, if you just joined us, the 6100 trucks were all stuck in a bottleneck earlier, so we're not going to be able to show you guys any, we can show you guys, but it doesn't do any good to look at the 6100 trucks because this order doesn't mean anything besides the physical order. Travis Pecoy is showing up front, Brent Fox, Jason Coleman. So those three, depending on when they update, they're kind of going back and forth. They all were bottlenecked together, and then they all got going. So that's why everybody looks so close. All of these 6100s were bottlenecked up and then started going at the same time. So Jack Olagus there, Justin Blauer. It's anyone's guess who's going to win this race. They're all going to get a time credit from when the race was red flagged earlier for a medical helicopter to land, and they had to stop everybody. So all the 6100s got bunched up. The 10 cars got bunched up, so we're not going to know about the 10 cars. So we don't know any times on the 6100s or the 10 cars. So really looking at this map doesn't tell us any information that is worth anything. The other classes that we can look at are the UTV classes. They're good. They didn't get held up in the stoppage earlier, so they are still going to be correct. So let's see. Down here we have the H51. So Mitch Guthrie Jr. First on course in this class, Ronnie Anderson. Okay, the H52, Ronnie Anderson. They are making up some time. They are really close to Mitch now. His hasn't updated for 2 minutes, so he is going to be 2 minutes more in front compared to when this one updated. You see it updated 2 minutes later. So he's going to have a little bit more of a gap, but Ronnie Anderson has passed everybody in his class, it looks like, that the tracker is working, except for Mitch Guthrie Jr. So that's your top two. Cody Bradbury is going to be third. Ryan Piplick, fourth. Chris Blaze, fifth. Now, when we go look at the time for this class, it's going to be a little different than that. We already know that, right? So at mile 300, you can see we have 4 cars through there. Now look at Mitch Guthrie is leading on time, and he's 6.5 minutes ahead of Chris Blaze here in second place. So Chris is running, what do we say, 5th or 6th, but he's actually second on corrected time. And then we have Cody Bradbury is third on corrected time, and then Ryan Piplick is 4th on corrected time. So that's what's going on there. And then if we look at one of the other classes, let's see. I'm trying to find it here. Where did it go? It's down at the bottom. Hold on. UTV Pro or Turbo. There it is. It's in the middle. All right. So we have the T944. Phil Blurton is going to be just past pit 9. So that's going to be your leader in the Turbo class. AJ Jones running second physical. Joe Trona third. Vito Renew fourth. And then Reno fourth. And then Dustin Jones fifth. So that's your top 5. But let's go look at this. And this is, once again, the leaderboard is going to be different. So through mile 300, we have Phil Blurton first. Vito is second. You can see he's only about 1 minute and 6 seconds on corrected time behind. Even though he's running currently 5th physically, he is second place on corrected time. Then McFadden is actually 3rd, and then AJ Jones is 4th, even though he's running 2nd on corrected time on physical. Dustin Jones is still behind him. These guys have been really close. Look at right here; they were almost the same gap in the last 50 miles. It hasn't really changed, the gap between Jones and Jones. And then Joe Trona is running 6th on corrected time. So that's what's going on in that class. Now, once again, let's look. Mile 300, we have 5:10:50, right? Now, let's see where Mitch was. 5:10:50, 300, 5:12. Okay, look at that. Mitch Guthrie lost time. He lost a lot of time. He had a problem between 250 and 300 because at 250, he was ahead. Look, 4:12, and it was 4:15. He was 3 minutes ahead. So in 50 miles, he went from being 3 minutes ahead to being 2 minutes down. So he lost 5 minutes in 50 miles. So Mitch Guthrie must have had some kind of issue between there. He's still winning his class, but now he's 2 minutes down on the overall for the UTV overall on corrected time. So keep an eye on that the rest of the day. Mitch Guthrie going for the UTV overall is now behind Phil Blurton by 2 minutes on the overall there. So good race going on in there. Let's see. Someone's asking any NA side by side. Yeah, there was a couple. Here, I'll show you the times right here. There's 7 of them. It looks like Ethan Groom is out, but we had, or his tracker's not working, either one. At mile 200, it looks like there's Dan Phillips, and then he's got a pretty sizable lead, 20 minutes over Joe Bolton. So really only those 2 guys, only 3 guys are even past mile 150. It was Stetson here was past 150, those 3. So not much competition in the NA class. That class is kind of a dying class. It seems like a lot of are moving up. It's an older class, really, in that, you know, it's a side-by-side. It's the, what is it, the Razor 1000 NA, or none of the Can-Ams are in there, obviously, because they're all turbos. So it's really just the Razor 1000 that races that class. Or if you had a Kawasaki, I guess you'd be in that class too, or a Talon. There's Talons in that class. So not too many cars in that class. Only a couple of them going with a 20-minute gap between the 2 of them. So not super exciting in there. Don't see Ronnie Anderson on that timesheet. That is true, huh? Where was... Yeah, I think we figured that out earlier too. Anderson is not on here for some reason. So Anderson is going to be in here somewhere in this one. Ronnie Anderson is going to be in here somewhere. He's not showing up on here. There was somebody else too. I forget who the other one was. I was going to ask, and then I forgot. I did something else. So Ronnie Anderson is not on here. We'll have to keep an eye on him. We don't know where he is on corrected time, but we see him on here, so it's weird that he's not over there. So we'll see if we can get that fixed. All right, I think that's about it, really. I mean, you got some other classes back here that are broken, done, and the battle is just for the front right here. This is going to be a little bit till they get to the finish line too. You think they're only 20 miles from the finish. This could take 30 minutes to half an hour for them right here. It takes a little bit. The 32 is out front, and Householder Dean is right here behind him. Like we said, he's got to finish within 2 minutes of him. So it's anyone's guess who's going to win. If any of you guys are at the finish, I'm going to try to get somebody at the finish to give us a physical split so that when we come on for our next update, we can actually have a time for you guys. I'll also try to get a picture to go with it and post it when somebody wins. But it's going to be a little bit here for the 32 and them to finish. Let's see. How many 10s are still going? Well, we can check. We just won't know what the actual corrected time order is really because they were all bunched up in that course stoppage earlier too. So class 10. Okay, so we got the 10-18 Wheeler out front. And then we got Nick May second. We got the Peter Hejas. That hasn't updated in a while, though. That tracker's not updating very well today. So he's probably going to be up here again first. And then the 1036 has not been on here all day, and they were leading. So I don't know if the 1036 is still leading, but it could be. So at least one car is up here somewhere, the 1036 most likely. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got about 6 Class 10s running up front. And then it looks like a couple in the back here. So 8 Class 10s running. But really, it's going to be a battle between the top 6 if the 1036 is up here and just not tracking. That's a look at your Class 10s for you guys. So anything else you guys want to see before we sign off for this one? Somebody says only 3 cars running in NA. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, Goyne hasn't been tracking all day. So he was leading last we knew. I don't know if he's still leading. That's the 1036. So if anybody knows if the 1036 is still out front, let me know. But as of right now, we don't know because he's not on the tracker. Let's see, is there any bikes going to get in these guys' way? There's 2 bikes here. They might hold up a little bit. So we got 2 bikes that Ryan's going to have to deal with. This other bike will probably be out of the way by then. So most likely this one will be finished. So really he's going to have to deal with these 2 bikes right here. So Adam doesn't have any bikes between him and Ryan right now. So that's good for him. So really just these 2 bikes are going to be the only thing that RC Aero has to deal with besides this terrain. This terrain is not friendly right here. It's not fun going through here. Definitely not not fun at all. Somebody's asking about the bikes. So I don't know on the bikes actually who won besides if we look here. What class did you want? Open Amateur. Is that Open A? So that's the 300 class. Okay, so on here it shows that Cody Rash, the 367, is the only one to finish. But I believe more have finished since then. So I could be wrong, though. Let's see. The 394, where are they at? Did they finish? Yeah, I wouldn't trust this thing. There's 395, 744. I wouldn't trust this timer on this one. 744. See, they're not even on here. 394. Yeah, this is showing that one Cody Rash finished, but this is very unofficial. We can look at the, let's look at the, hold on a second here. Let's see if we go to the best in the desert timing. So we're going with you guys here. Let's see, select class. So let's see, overall, who do we have that finished? Okay, so this is showing, see, this is not correct, I don't think. The N7 and the N1. Okay, this is probably correct right here. So if you're looking at the best in the desert live timing, these top 2 are not correct. They did not win by that. The first one was the N7 and the N1. So from here down may be correct. So if we just open the MC Open Pro, let's see, MC Open Pro. Yeah, see, that's showing these guys here too. So this is very unofficial, but this might be right here. So that's your 2 for that class. You wanted to see the Open Amateur. Let's see, Open Amateur bikes. So according to this, it's showing that 2 finished. So 367 finished in 11:10. So that might be correct. And then the 394 in 11:18. That's probably right. There's probably been 2 that have finished in that class, and those are the 2. That was a good class battle throughout the day. There was like 5 or 6 of them that were together for most of the day when we were checking. So I'd say that's probably accurate right there. It looks like Cody probably in the 367. This is Best in the Desert's actual time at the finish line. So it could be, this could be right. So the Open Amateur, and then let's see, the Open Pro we just looked at, but those top 2 are not right. Open Expert, I don't think these are correct either, because these are, let's see, 948. Oh, it might be 948, 840. Yeah, it probably is actually. So Open Expert, these look correct. So there's a look at your Open Expert finish probably. Once again, unofficial, but that might be a pretty good deal. So it looks like the 302 Cody might have taken the Open Expert class. And then behind them, what else? We got over 30. Anybody finish? We got 3. So there's, let me move out of the way here. There's 3 in the Open over 30 Expert class. 3 have finished. Over 30 Pro, it looks like we have 3 that have finished. So there's a look at those. Over 40 Expert, we got 2. So 2 over 40. Over 40 Pro, we have 1 that has finished. Over 60 Expert, we have 1 that has finished. The Quad IM Expert, whatever that is. And then the Quad Pro. Okay, we know this is right because we saw that Q5 was the first one done earlier. So Quad Pro, that is correct. The Quad was in 10:14. So that's the lead. Quad Pro was in 10 hours and 14 minutes. And then the Ironman is the, oh yeah, the IM. Okay, so the Ironman Pro. Okay, look at that. So CJ was out front all day on the tracker, but it looks like he may have gotten beat on time at the end there by the J1 Zach. So Zach Myers, according to this, won by about 2 minutes over CJ in the Ironman. So there's a look at your Ironman pros. We've had 4 that have finished so far. Obviously, these first 2 were really close. They're within 2 minutes of each other. This was a little bit bigger. So Ironman expert class, looks like there's been 1 that has finished in that class so far. So that's what's going on there. So, all right. So, yeah, this is all unofficial. Like we said, this is all unofficial. This is just on the Best in the Desert website. Nothing is official until it's actually printed and done, and Best in the Desert says it is. But this is fun to look at, and a lot of this stuff is pretty, you know, it looks like a lot of this stuff is what it's going to be. So what you'll see, a class will pop up here. The trick trucks will pop up here once they finish. So it's cool to look at. Like I said, unofficial, but usually it's pretty close. All right, so very good. Any other questions before we sign off here? We'll be back in about just over half an hour. Ryan Arciero or Adam Householder will be your winner by then. Let's see what else. Ironman, we checked all that. Yep. All right, well, that's it. You guys can place your, let's see, comment in here. Who do you guys think is going to win? Do you think Ryan Arciero is going to hold it off and finish at least 2 minutes ahead of Adam Householder, Pat Dean driving right now? Or do you think that Adam and Pat are going to reel in Ryan here in the finish and be within 2 minutes of them and take the win on corrected time? What do you guys think? Let's see. Comment in there. Either comment Ryan or Adam, and let's see who you guys think is going to win. The 12 is out of the contention unless something happens. They got a solid 3rd physical running right now, but we have to keep an eye on the 127 because they may be ahead of the 12 on time. So keep an eye on that. And then we'll come back in a bit and see who wins this race. Pretty good race up front. It's going to be exciting. We'll see either the 32 or the 24. We'll see which one. Come back in about half an hour, and we'll give you guys an update on who won. All right, see you in a bit.